On this, company researchers found that Instagram is harmful for a sizable percentage of teenagers, most notably teenage girls. Here's a quote from your own study. Quote, "We make body image issues worse for 1 in 3 teen girls." Here's another quote. Teens blamed Instagram, this is your study, for increases in the rate of anxiety and depression. This reaction was unprompted and consistent across all groups. That's your study.
Hey everyone. Today I'm diving into one of the most explosive Senate hearings we've seen in a while. Senator Josh Hawley takes on Mark Zuckerberg, grilling him on social media's impact on teenage mental health and the shocking exposure young users face on platforms like Instagram. Buckle up, because this clash is intense. The hearing kicks off with a critical question from Senator Hawley. He asks Zuckerberg if he truly believes there's no link between social media use and mental health issues. Zuckerberg responds carefully, saying he's relying on the available science, and that, in his view, the data doesn't definitively link social media to mental health problems. But Hawley is prepared.
Mr. Zuckerberg, let me start with you. Did I hear you say in your opening statement that there's no link between mental health and social media use?
Senator, what I said is I think it's important to look at the science. I know people widely talk about this as if that is something that's already been proven. And I think that the bulk of the scientific evidence does not support that.
Well, really, let me just remind you of some of the science from your own company. Instagram studied the effect of your platform on teenagers. Let me just read you some quotes from the Wall Street Journal's report on this. Company researchers found that Instagram is harmful for a sizable percentage of teenagers, most notably teenage girls. Here's a quote from your own study. Quote, "We make body image issues worse for 1 in 3 teen girls." Here's another quote. Teens blamed Instagram, this is your study, for increases in the rate of anxiety and depression. This reaction was unprompted and consistent across all groups. That's your study.
Senator, we try to understand the feedback and how people feel about the services. We can improve
Wait a minute, your own study says that you make life worse for 1 in 3 teenage girls. You increase
Senator,
anxiety and depression. That's what it says, and you're here testifying to us in public that there's no link. You've been doing this for years. For years, you've been coming in public and testifying under oath that there's absolutely no link. Your product is wonderful. The science is nascent, full speed ahead, while internally, you know full well your product is a disaster for teenagers.
Senator,
and yet you keep right on doing what you're doing. Right?
That's not true. That's not true.
Let me show you some other facts I know that you're familiar with. Wait a minute. That's not a question. That's not a question. Those are facts, Mr. Zuckerberg. That's not a question.
Those aren't facts.
Let me show you some more facts. Here's some information from a whistleblower who came before the Senate, testified under oath in public. He worked for you. He's a senior executive. Here's what he showed he found when he studied your products. So, for example, this is girls between the ages of 13 and 15 years old. 37% of them reported that they had been exposed to nudity on the platform unwanted in the last.
He has data from Facebook's own internal studies showing Instagram's negative impact on teenage girls, from worsening body image to heightened anxiety and depression. Hawley isn't backing down and challenges Zuckerberg's every defense. In fact, one quote from the study starkly states that Instagram makes body image issues worse for 1 in 3 teenage girls. Another section indicates that teens blame Instagram for increased rates of anxiety and depression. Hawley presses Zuckerberg, demanding to know how he can claim there's no link when Facebook's own research says otherwise. Finally, with victims' families in the audience, Hawley asks Zuckerberg if he's willing to apologize. He gives Zuckerberg a moment to address those whose lives have been impacted by his company's product. Zuckerberg's response is vague. He expresses sympathy for the families, but it's clear that for Hawley this isn't enough. The senator ends with a powerful call for Zuckerberg to take personal responsibility, asking why Meta shouldn't face serious consequences for the harm done to young people. The tension in the room is palpable. In the end, this hearing exposed deep questions about accountability in social media. Hawley's unwavering line of questioning forced Zuckerberg to confront uncomfortable truths, even as he tried to sidestep them. The real question is, will we see real change, or will these issues continue unchecked? Let me know what you think in the comments. If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to subscribe. This is a conversation we all need to keep an eye on. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.